And hello again, and you find me at the moment polishing up this alternator cover for the Z engine, and yeah, it's taken quite a long time to get to this point, as this cover was pretty badly damaged. It was pretty badly corroded, and it also had some deep gouges here where obviously the bike had gone over on its side. So it's taken several hours of work with wet and dry sandpaper, followed by polishing it on the polishing mop at Jeff's workshop, and now here I am back home again. I'm just sort of getting it finished off because the polishing mop can't really get into all the little nooks and crannies, so I'm doing that by hand. I've got my trusty Auto Sol, which kind of gets most of it off. I may have to resort to a bit of very fine sandpaper soon, but we'll see how we get on. Now, the reason why I'm here is because yesterday I was at Jeff's workshop filming progress on the Z, and for some reason I managed to miss off the first 30 seconds of the intro, so this we'll have to do instead. And what we were talking about in that intro was the difficulty of fitting the tank, which is from a Z1000, onto the frame, which is from a Z650, because they're quite different. So Jeff had to make brand new mounts to get that tank to fit. So we're going to start the video now at Jeff's workshop, and we're just looking at that tank mount to see how it was done. So here we go. Right, yes, we've got a bit closer now, and hopefully you can see how we've used those existing mounts here.
It's a piece of angle iron,
yeah, with
a machined steel lug.
And but you're still using the standard.
That's a standard tank rubber. Originally on the Z1000 frames, I think the tube come out and then back in again.
Well, you got
and there was a lug.
Yeah.
That's where the original Z650 ones go.
Yes.
But the Z1000s and 9s go on the tube. It's just literally a stub welded to the tube.
Yeah. So you've mimicked that.
So basically, yeah. Well, we've had to, obviously, because it's got the 1100 engine and it's taller.
Yes.
If you'd used the standard 650 tank, maybe that would have had to have been altered.
Indeed. Because
because the engine's obviously going to be taller.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
so that's a sort of small step there. Now, also, I think I was here last, was it Thursday? I think, and we were talking about the back end. So let's step back and let's look at that next. Right. Yes. So we've now come back to the back of the bike, and we've had this for quite a while now, and we cut it in half because it's too narrow to fit the now widened frame, and it's sat here for the last few months, nothing happening. But now we've sort of agreed on how it's going to sit and the width it's going to be and so on.
Instead of doing it,
we're not having it like that because
it looks too.
So it makes life very difficult to get the back end right.
Because it's about 2 inches at 2 inches here.
Yeah.
Take it to an inch there, and it's by the time that's all been re-fiberglassed and done.
It's going to look
it's.
Yeah, I was actually a bit worried it might look a bit sort of stocky and a bit sort of fat, but it doesn't, because this is quite a long, thin tailpiece.
When you look at the width of the back wheel,
if
it was a standard wheel in it, it might look a bit daft.
Yes, but not with that.
Because it's got is it a 200?
190.
190.
Yeah, 190 on the back.
Which is very little different. When you look at the sheer width of them, that'll.
Now then, so to hold it all in place and to get a mount for the rear lamp.
I'm going to bring some tubes and some
take it off there.
flat bar over when I found it.
Yeah, when you found some bar.
Which I was just about to do before you turned up.
Fantastic. So we're going to come back here. I'm going to make a sort of mount there, or rather an extension to frame that ends about here with a kind of flat plate on the back, and that flat plate will both hold this and also hold the rear lamp, which I've not got yet actually. So that's that really. So I'll do it next, and then what else has been going on? Oh yes, the yokes and the front end. Now they are in the proper workshop.
Yeah.
So let's look at that next. Right. Okay. So here we are back at the workbench, and we've got the pair of yokes that you've machined up, Jeff.
Well, they were I have machined them, but they weren't.
Done some more work on it.
They were done when you bought some
bits.
Slightly bigger fork legs, as they say.
Yes, yeah.
A bit bigger.
Yeah, a bit bigger, because I had 40mm and I've changed now to 43mm from a Yamaha R6.
They'd have gone in with a big hammer.
No doubt. And the tricky bit is down there. It's not making the yokes, so that's pretty tricky. It's making the blooming stem work. So there's a stem.
Oh, that, yeah.
Which is taken from the original. That's taken from the original Z650.
That is a Z, yeah.
And you've modified the base there, look.
The original steel bottom I've thrown in the scrap.
Oh,
I don't
yes.
know if you...
No,
that was...
don't want it, don't want it.
Gone in the...
So you've machined up that top hat base.
The original one finishes probably... It's only probably about 1 inch long from where the bottom of the bearing is.
Yes.
But we've we've machined this stainless cap that's got a... It's what I had to do with the Z650 is I've machined a steel lug, threaded it 12mm, tapped it in. I've had to weld it in and then just clean the edge up so then that presses on.
Yes.
Because obviously
slide into the bottom of
we don't want that moving off.
No, we don't.
So that now is ready.
Go in there.
To go in. It's just machined a couple of thou under just on the start.
But just press it in.
In fact, if you set that on a couple of blocks, if you warm that and then just get that there, it'll
stick it in the fridge.
It'll just
right. Okay, and then
you can put that in the fridge.
However, we have got a small problem at the other end because you need. I don't know if you need 1 or 2 castle nuts. They're just nuts.
It just has 1,
which we don't have.
Because what we need to do
is,
I think even with the castle, we're not too bad. But I don't know how long the bolt is. It would look nice actually if we could sink the castle nut in a little bit, just to hide it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, but then.
Well, the problem is we haven't got one. And let's try and find one.
Then again, is if the castle nut's on show it. Manual, it
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, does it?
No.
Because we could actually, if we've got a washer, we could actually sink the washer in and then just have a hex bolt.
Yes.
They do actually sell them on eBay.
I'm sure they do.
And when I looked at the price, I sort of
had a heart attack.
I thought, how much?
What was it, £20 for a bolt?
And then I looked at the thingy and it was 2020.
Right. Okay. Yes. Yeah.
It wasn't 90.
But even so, £20 for a bolt is quite expensive. But
even then, it's when you think now that people say, oh, you can mass produce with CNC and everything. I think there's some people taking advantage with some of these one-off parts.
No doubt, no doubt.
Even though they can make them very quick.
Well, as I say, the problem is we haven't yet got the castle nut, which I've got to find.
We want a castle nut.
I've been looking, I can't find any at all new. Second hand, I can't find any, but you can buy them complete with a set of yokes and a stem, which I don't want to do. So I'm still looking.
I mean, other than that, even the original Z650 bolt, if it's nicely chromed and it's not damaged.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about the castle nut now.
Yeah,
the adjuster nut.
Yeah, but even the top nut, we can still use.
Sort that out.
But then most of them now, at the age, they're going to have bash marks. They're going
which is why I bought that, because you said you want an M16, which is what that is.
1.5.
This didn't spec what it was. It's just M16, so I got it, and it doesn't fit because that's the thread pitch. I think is 2mm, is it?
It's 1.5.
And that's 1.5, so it doesn't blooming fit. So
that's your general engineering pitch.
I need to find one like this, but with, as I say, a 1.5 pitch. Oh well, never mind. They're pretty cheap. They're really cheap, so that's not a problem. But
you might find one, but
oh, don't worry, I'll find one. I'll find one. So anyway, that's sort of what's happening with the front end. Also, here we have a box that I've had for a while, and that came from Z Power. Dun, 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 dun. But in there, we have
is this a
Kawasaki Z1? Rather nice headlamp. And the reason I brought it, Jeff, is because
is this a pattern one?
It probably is, but it's a damn close pattern. It's an exact replica of a Z1.
We need to make the
mounts.
The mount. I thought you had some.
Well, I did have. In fact, I do have. But guess what? They're made to fit a 40mm fork, not a 43mm fork that I've got now.
That's how you should have done your engine.
I know. Well, we didn't have any. Whatever. Well,
I love winding in.
I know. No. So what we need to do now is make a pair of brackets to mount that to our forks once we've got the yoke sorted out.
These will obviously have some. I think they're designed like that because I think originally they had the indicators.
No doubt.
Through them.
Yeah.
So we need to try and get the rubber mounts.
Don't worry, I'll get that.
But
the point is trying to find a decent set of headlamp brackets that fit the 43mm.
Are you putting the indicators there?
I might do.
Yeah.
I might not do. I don't know yet. I mean, I might actually have some kind of little cockpit fairing on it. So whether the indicator will fit when I've got the cockpit fairing in place, I don't know. But the point is, I do have some brackets to fit the 40mm forks that I originally had. What I don't have is the 43. So I thought, okay, no problem. I'll go and look for some 43mm brackets, and all I can find online is pretty crap. It's all cheap Chinese crap. A lot of tat out there. Nothing I was really happy about buying. Or you can pay £200 for some over-engineered brackets from Italy or whatever. So I thought, no, we won't do that. Instead, we'll make some.
I started making some.
Yes, yeah, we'll make some to fit the 43mm forks I've got.
In fact, I started making some for it.
Yes.
But I can't remember if I've made all the clamps. Right. We'll find.
Okay.
Let's find them.
We'll go find them.
And,
I don't know if there's anything else down there that I've got at the moment. Don't think so.
I think I've shown them to you, haven't I? Them brackets, because I won't use them. I'm not using them now.
Don't know. Anyway,
I was making them all to go slide round, and then you bolt the bracket between them. You know, like two. So then you can.
All right, fine. Right. Well, you go find them while I sit here and wait for you to find them.
I think where the bloody hell did I put them? They might be up. Let's have a look.
Okay.
Top.
They're probably up there somewhere. In the den of parts. Yes, in the black hole of Calcutta that's up there.
If I'm not back within a week, you send someone to find me.
Yeah, will do.
Hang on.
That's something else.
That's something else. How that's ended up in there.
Okay. Well, we think we found what we're looking for. It's in this yellow box here.
Leave that on there.
Leave that there. That's for something else. You're going to start on the clamps, yeah. Are they 43mm?
Well, there's them.
Yeah.
I made two. And in fact, I think I did a set for the GPZ.
Okay.
There. Ooh.
And what forks did that have?
Eh?
Were they 43mm?
They were 46. Right. So I know some of these. What we might have to do. Yeah, that's 46.
Okay. Have you got any 43s in?
Well,
are they all the same?
46. I think they're the 46s, and these are the 43s.
Okay, good stuff.
So,
well, since you got them, I can have it for free, I suppose. So. Free?
Get it while you can.
Yeah.
Not going to be here much longer.
That's also 43.
Yeah, they're all 43. I think. Yeah, because I was going to use the 43mm forks, so so them are for the GPZ that project.
Okay, they can go away.
And what we're going to do, obviously, is they're going to be milled right round there. So it's. And then we're going to come in a little bit.
Like a teardrop shape.
Yeah. Then we're going to have two strips.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
So that basically, when they're milled, they'll slide between it. Now it's just going to be getting the geometry right for them to nip up.
Yeah.
And grip it. So
without it being too tight or too loose.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you get if you push that in and then it won't grip there, but if you then take too much out, it's not going to grip.
No, it'll fall down.
That's going to rattle. So it's going to be
take a thou off and try
challenge.
Yeah.
What we need to do is obviously run a cutter through there. I think that see that's 6mm. So if I set them up in the vise, I've got a 6mm thing. We can just.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's a good start. It's a good start. You got your headlamp now. You got the forks. You got the yokes. So hopefully, with all that to hand, you can.
With them, we can set up, make a nice billet.
Yeah.
See, obviously these made. I mean, we don't know how far we're going to come down yet. They might be cut there like that. Yeah. You know, I don't.
Yeah. Well, also of course it depends if I'm going to have. Well, I will have indicators, but where they're going to go, I don't know. They could go on here, or they could go here.
Well, we could drill this to put them on here.
The other thing is, of course, I'm still sort of heading towards having some sort of cockpit fairing. And that needs a mount, so we could use that as part of the mount. You know, all kinds of ideas.
You could come off this and then take the indicator through. Yeah,
it's strong enough.
That's a good
because
idea.
If I've got a decent cockpit fairing, the chances are it'll cover up this area here. It'll come back and curve round, so you can't use that. Yeah. But anyway, so that's for the future. So
the thing is, we need to get the forks on.
Yes.
And then work it out.
Yes.
I can. So at the minute, what we need to do is get that in.
Yes.
We don't want to put the bearings. What I'll have to do is once we get the yokes together, I'll have to machine a couple cups up just to hold it in.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to be tapping the new tapers in, and then they've got to come out to bloody repaint the frame, or you know, we don't want to be doing that.
So that's all. All good.
Up to now, we've got all the.
All right. Yeah. Don't lose it anymore. Leave that to one side.
I didn't lose it. I just couldn't find it.
Okay. Same difference.
You know me in here. There's that much bloody stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. We actually found it in the end, way over there, in one of those yellow boxes.
I think that was a fork bracer was making, but
was it?
I can't. Well, it is. I'm not sure. I think I drilled one to suit the fork bottoms, and then I got the other fork legs that we were using, and there's 2 mil bloody centre difference.
So you can't use it.
Bastard.
I know. It happens. Right, yeah. So that's progress on the old
Japanese bloke's gone. I know what I'll do. This
just to annoy
Jeff in the future.
Just to annoy Jeff in 10 years' time.
Yeah.
I'll make this difference. Yeah.
That's what he's done.
Okay. Right. Well, on that note, then, Jeff, we'll end it there, and I'll come back next week and see what progress we're making on the old Z. Now, in terms of the engine, the head is still away with a chap called Roger Upperton in Leeds. He's rebuilding the head, and he's also hopefully going to supply me with the 1170 piston kit.
1170? That's going to have to go out to 75.
Yes, I know. But I'm not going to get the block rebored until I've got those pistons, because he may have them or he may not.
Depends. Yeah, obviously.
So I'm waiting to hear what's happening, because that way I can buy them elsewhere and we'll get it all matched up. So that's why there's a delay in that.
I feel bloody awful now with them.
Don't worry about
I didn't know.
I know.
It's one I didn't realise that they're going to be a bastard to get hold of them rings.
Well, you live and learn. At least now I've got a bigger engine with brand new pistons and a completely rebuilt head. So basically that should not break in the future, hopefully. So with that then, Jeff, it appears like there's not much happening with the old Z, but in practice, in reality, things are moving forward. It's just very slow.
Due to this...
Yeah, the virus doesn't help.
All this with everything that's been going on.
Yeah, a global pandemic may just hold things up a little bit.
It's slowing things down more than
we expected. Anyway, never mind.
Am I leaving this line here?
Yes, you.
I'll put that up. Yeah. I'll put that up there then.
Don't lose it. Don't lose it.
I won't lose it.
I'll keep it with that. Just
I might end up mislaying it.
Okay, you'll mislay it. I won't lose it. Okay. Right. So with that then, we'll click quits, and I'll come back next week.